Malsutopondruf elpandru kuperna, divine guidance, ifo sondrfu, aloquisse fervan, darawan, yufo bandrusu.
Hi, I'm Patricia McNair, your host of Divine Guidance with Patricia. If you are bursting to embrace and strengthen your connection to your divine guidance, your whole being, this is the show for you. Join me the first and third Wednesday of the month at 9 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Are you ready to discover the amazing gift of the universe that is you? On Divine Guidance with Patricia, Spirit and I will trigger you to embrace and validate the light that you are. On my show, I will bring you thought-provoking, inspiring messages designed to ignite a spark of spiritual awareness, the first step to becoming a whole being. Join me on Divine Guidance with Patricia and discover your gifts and awaken your true sense of self to embrace and empower your spiritual, mental, and emotional well-being. Divine Guidance with Patricia starts now. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Divine Guidance with Patricia. And I'm your host, Patricia McNair. Today is the second show. Butterflies haven't quite gone yet, but they're here, and nervous energy helps you create. So I wonder what we're going to create today. Well, as you can see, I have two lovely guests with me today. Brilliant, beautiful beings. And I find that nobody can really introduce me and who and what I am, but me. So I will tell you that their names are Rita and Phil Crosbie. They are known to many as the sound beings, and they are brilliant, beautiful, bursting souls that are here to share with us today. So I'm going to hand it over to the sound beings. Rita and Phil, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourselves and what is sound beings, please?
Okay, well, hi Patricia.
Hi Trish. Hi everyone.
Hi everybody. Thanks for tuning in and listening. So we'd like to start by a big thank you to you, Patricia, for inviting us onto this great show. A huge thanks to Olivia for helping us with all the techie stuff, because we're so not techie. It's just beyond belief. So we just wanted to say thank you for that. And for those that don't know Patricia, she's the most amazing, truly divine being who's super connected and, well, one of the most generous, loving, pure souls that we've ever had the pleasure to meet. So we're Absolutely. Very blessed. And for it to be able to go across the whole world in this way is truly a blessing, and definitely what is meant to be at this time. So we're very honoured to be here. So thank you, Patricia. So what are the sound beings? What do? We encourage, enable, facilitate, share opportunities for people to collaborate, and on an individual level too, to really connect with the sound of their own being, to raise awareness, to raise consciousness, to improve well-being, to really journey on the cosmos. We use up to a maximum of 9 planet gongs at the moment. If anybody wins the lottery and wants to buy us a full set, that'd be great. Each individual gong, they're really the sound beings. We're just the custodians of these amazing beings that bring this phenomenal energy through and to everybody. And each and every one of them behaves very independently, depending on who we're working with, and even in a big group. And each and every one of them also works collectively. We've Wonderful. Been doing this.
That's awesome.
Sorry?
That's awesome. Wonderful.
So I know Trisha was like saying, oh, we'll be talking for an hour. And I was like, yeah, you'll have more trouble trying to make us be quiet, really. I'll hand over to my lovely hubby, and then maybe Trish can ask us some questions.
Sounds good, Rita. Thank you.
Essentially, in a nutshell, it's the power of sounds and frequency to help human beings to relax, to be, and ultimately to heal, because, you know, we're all well, most of us are now 18 or over. We've all had our hearts broken. And then those of us who are a little bit older, you have health issues, traumas, loss, everything else. And what we try to introduce to people is how amazing sound can be. And we've all had busy lives, and lots of us still do. And it's about, we try to just encourage people to find the time for them to be that sound being in so many ways. And we've said for lots of years that our presentations and get-togethers with many wonderful human souls, that it's about being, and it's about sharing our energy. And that's the whole reason that now that the universe has started to bring us all together on a different level, because we can't, for whatever reasons, and we all know what they are, be together. And that's so hard for so many of us. And sound can help people to heal, as we said, on so many levels. And now there's a different form of healing that so many people are now experiencing lots of mental health issues. Mm-hmm. And sound can help everything: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. And we just want, again, thank you and all the people who are doing this on the net, who are bringing people together, because that's what it's about. That's what the stuff that we're doing at the minute, what we're talking about, what we do. It's about human beings being together and producing sound, whether it's toning or listening to healing sounds. And that can be the ocean. It can be birds singing. It can be your grandkids laughing, talking to you.
There's a lot of sounds that trigger healing. There's a lot of sounds that allow us to, and you kind of went through the rundown there. And I don't know if you are aware that you basically, this show is for solutions for the whole being. And Phil, in what you were saying about the healing and the sound triggering, you went through the emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, all the elements of a whole being. Rita, you mentioned something. It's my understanding that this holy planet is made up of sound and light. And we are microcosms of Mother Earth. So basically, are we made up of sound and light as well? And is this why the gongs are aligned to the planetary vibrations as well?
There's, Max Planck, Albert Einstein, a lot of scientists in the past have talked about Edgar Cayce, all talk about us being frequencies, about being energy. And I think a lot of the time our language is really poor to try and describe these types of things, really, because we tend to try and conceptualize things and they end up getting put in boxes. So even when we talk about the word sound, whilst it is interesting that the effects sound does have on people, and obviously, we love the sound of the gongs and we love the sound of the ocean. But it's beyond sound. It's really all about the frequency. And because we're vibrational frequencies, I always like to think of us as really individual instruments in the universal orchestra. So there might be, 100 million violins, but there's no two violins the same. So we all bring our own unique frequency, our own unique sound, our own unique tone. And I feel that's why, through all the cultures across the planet since, time, we became conscious of time, which is an interesting thing because time's a construct, but that's for a whole different
really conscious of time, Rita.
Yes, that's it, and we respond very naturally to it. And there's a whole swathe of science getting behind sound therapy now, which is great. Mm-hmm. But it's really, again, beyond that. Everybody has practiced sound therapy without really realizing it, because we change the tone of our voice depending what the situation is. People sing to me, we go, if we get hold of a puppy or a kitten or a bar of chocolate, something that we love, whatever. And if people are upset, we alter the tone of our voice. We don't scream at them, "Oh, you'll be okay." We talk quietly, we talk gently, and we say to people, don't we, it's not what you said, it's the way that you said it, or don't use that tone with me. And it's about the intention of the energy. And for me, the gongs and the singing bowls and the tuna forks and the toning and any sound that's made with a loving intention can only ever be good for me. That's what it feels in my soul, really.
And with that illness or the delivery, your intent, your purpose goes with your frequency going out, and the receiver thus has their own responsibility and choice how they receive. Is that not right? We have, we're supposed to go to a break, but I'm going to ask Olivia if we can just stay for a little bit, because I want to continue this conversation, because we're going to take when we take our first break today, listeners, what Rita and Phil have prepared for us is they've set up their planetary gongs, and they are going to do live with us today, their sound beam frequencies. So it's a special surprise, and I'm so excited. But I really think that we need to, or I'd like to bring forward a little bit more information so that people are prepared when they actually have the experience. So you're going to have a live sound bath healing experience. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's right. Just for a little while. So if people who'd like to participate in this, if you've got earphones, then please feel free to plug them in or crank up the volume on whatever you're listening to. Obviously, things will sound a bit different depending on what you're receiving it on. But it's all about the frequency, and there's no distance, so you'll all receive the frequencies to do whatever your being decides needs doing, really. As Tricia mentioned, we don't heal anybody. We facilitate a process for those beings to tap in with that frequency and those frequencies to do whatever their higher selves decide is the right thing to do for them. We just get out of the way most of the time, to be honest with you. We try not interfere in the process. It's not, it's not to do with us. When people come for a private session, we never ask what's the matter or what they want help with. We'll do the session with them, and then we're both intuitive, so we will give some feedback. We're not medically qualified, so we don't diagnose, but we'll work with them that way. But for this afternoon, just a little bit, just make yourselves comfortable. If you want to lay down, lay down. If you want to sing a song or tone along to the sounds. But really maybe just find a place of love in your heart. Think about something that makes you feel really happy.
Phil, what would you add to that?
Just try and be. For anyone who's, I'm guessing, or I'm assuming and presuming, forgive me if I'm wrong, a lot of people will meditate a little bit. Others always would like to. And meditation is not about making your mind go blank. It's about focusing your mind, actually. But focusing it on something joyful, something relaxing. For us, we're very lucky we live by the ocean. And anyone in Nova Scotia is lucky too for that reason. The sounds of the ocean. Imagine you're sitting on a beach, warm and sunny, completely happy with all of your favorite people around you, and generate that feeling mentally and emotionally of restfulness, of being peaceful, and then close your eyes and imagine you're there, and then just allow, when we come back, to allow those sounds to wash over you and through you to every part of your being. And you will get the benefit of it. As Reed said, if you've got good headphones, please put them on for that, because we've got a decent microphone here. Hopefully it's been working so far. And the gongs will resonate and they will go to every part of your being. But the greatest tool that we have is our consciousness. And it's incredibly powerful now more than ever before. People will have heard about the massive conjunctions coming up. We'll probably talk about that a little bit later on the 21st. It's a massive energetic portal, literally. And it sounds a bit wee-wah, but it's not.
We'll be bringing that up after the break.
Fantastic. Let's do that later.
Colin, I've got some deep questions for you guys. So if you guys are ready, and if the listeners are ready, and the beautiful thing about this is that it'll be recorded on our pages. I'll share it with you afterwards. Again, you can go to transformationtalkradio.com and look up Divine Guidance with Patricia, usually on Wednesdays. So their schedule shows me on Wednesdays. And our archive shows will be there as well. divineguidance.earth. My website has it on there archived as well. So this is something that you can participate in now, and you can actually have it to participate whenever you feel like. So this is our treat to you. Rita and Phil, are you ready?
We're
Yeah.
good. We'll just switch things around.
We'll leave the camera on this.
Olivia, we will ask
banner.
you if you can take us into break, please, and we'll be
And we'll come
back
back soon.
with the live performance. Thank you.
The Truth is Funny. Shift Happens with Colette Marie Steffen is excited to welcome Karen Benton as a monthly guest host. Tune in on the third Wednesday of each month at 8 a.m. Pacific Time to regain confidence and trust in your capacity to create change in your life, your health, your family, and your well-being. Karen Benton is a mother, nurse practitioner, certified body talk practitioner, Franklin Method instructor, and owner of Limitless Living LLC. For more information about Karen, visit KarenBenton.com.
Imagine starting your week off with a teaching, a clearing, and an activation direct from the God consciousness. If you would like to feel more in charge of your week ahead, then I personally invite you to join me, Tracy L. Clark, for our monthly Soul Sunday non-denominational service at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, online or in person. All donations for this event go to the TLC Initiative Fund to help those in need. Sign up now at tracylclark.com and let's connect together in the glory round.
Are you your story? Or can you change your story? Can you change what you believe to be true about yourself and your circumstances as part of your healing journey? What if you were to change your expectations? What if you were to invite ease and cooperation into every day and then step back and see what happens? It might just be easier. I'm Megan Edge, and I hope that you'll join me on my new radio show, Playing on the Edge, Radical Change with Ease, with my co-host Dr. Pat on Transformation Talk Radio. I look forward to seeing you there.
Want to find out more about Megan Edge? Visit her website at meganedge.ca.
Are you tired of being tired? Hi, I'm Mary Jane Mack. Did you know the adrenal glands, the workhorse of the body? They are the means by which you position yourself in life for whatever comes your way. Tiny but mighty, producing hormones the body uses to promote energy and vitality. These adrenals determine how you respond to stress, and when depleted, the body loses its ability to function powerfully when we need it most. The much-needed adrenaline or epinephrine is not available for emergency situations. Cortisone and cortisol, the longer-acting anti-stress adrenal hormones, can also become depleted due to the pace of our everyday lives. We overwork and undernutrition, our most powerful ally that helps us to live the lives we desire. We are able to determine the optimum function of the adrenals and put your system back in balance. Contact us today to feel powerfully energized at 888-777-4232 or visit us at maryjanemack.com.
I'd like you just to take a nice, slow, deep breath in gently through your nose and slowly out through your mouth. Just imagine that you're bathed in the most beautiful golden sunlight. Think or remember anything at all that fills your being with love. Just imagine your heart, a beautiful golden sun in the center of your being, radiating that amazing energy out through the whole of your being, through the whole of the land where you are, out throughout all the earth, the whole of the cosmos. And just journey with the sound, the beautiful gongs. and just take your focus to that beautiful golden light. Imagine yourself surrounded by a beautiful sunlight, beautiful heart emanating that love energy, filling that light. As you take a nice slow breath, gently in through your nose and slowly out through your mouth. Just breathe all that beautiful golden light, all that energy down through every cell, every system, every organ and every bone. Say, I am peaceful, I am loved, I am safe, I am connected.
Mind to Heart with me, Craig Richardson, carves a pathway from your mind to your heart to activate that innate compass to overcome whatever life sends your way. As an intuitive life coach, I am ready to guide you to an amazing life. Tune in live every second and fourth Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com. For more information about me, visit CraigERichardson.com.
Choose the new earth on the Cornelia Stephanie Show. Tune in each week on Transformation Talk Radio as Cornelia takes listeners on an odyssey of higher consciousness to inspire, educate, and empower. Cornelia guides people on the path of self-healing, peace, and liberation. The Cornelia Stephanie Show is your catalyst for anchoring heaven on earth on a global scale. For more information, go to CorneliaStephanie.com.
Juggling life's relentless demands can leave us unbalanced and restless. Do you feel stuck in the overwhelm? Diane McClay is a personal empowerment coach, author, and compassionate storyteller on a mission to boost you into balance and help you move forward with passion and purpose. Get unstuck with Diane on The Diane McClay Show every second and fourth Friday at 1:30 p.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com. For more information about Diane, visit DianeMcClay.com.
How do you feel? Just okay? Well, how about you tune in and get ready to be more with the Healing Hour with me, Doc Martin, every third Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com. I'm ready for your questions, and I can't wait to help you find the answers. Every month, we'll have a new live call-in show with innovative topics and a powerful hour of healing. To learn more about me, visit DrSharonMartin.com. See you there. I'm going to be here. You won't want to miss it.
If you've ever had a broken heart, you know how painful that can be and how long it can sometimes take to heal it. I'm Megan Edge, author of The Heart's Journey, Healing Hearts, Oracle Cards, and Guidebook, published with Balboa Press and Hay House. In The Heart's Journey, I share with you my own heartbreak and how I healed it through the beautiful hearts that found me in nature. From taking photographs of these hearts for myself, I've created this beautiful toolkit, which includes the guidebook, which has my story, how to work with oracle cards as a healing tool, and the story of each of these hearts as they cross my path. I've also created a beautiful journal. There's a pen, a bookmark, and of course, the 42 Healing Hearts Oracle cards. You can order The Heart's Journey, Healing Hearts Oracle Cards, and Guidebook through my website, meganedge.ca, through Balboa Press, Amazon, and many other places online or your local shops. I look forward to hearing about your heart's healing.
Wow. Welcome back, everyone. You see Rita here, but we don't see Phil. I've kind of asked them if they could actually move the camera so that we can see the beautiful gongs that gave us that experience, if you would be so kind.
Okay, so this is Chiron or Chiron, depends on how people want to pronounce it. This is known as the Wounded Healer. And then over there we have the Platonic year at the top. And then to the right we've used Pluto for today. I don't know if you can see that. We're just trying to move the camera around. And then beneath Pluto is a gong that's called Sedna. These are Paiste gongs, all handmade by a company in Germany, tuned electronically to the frequencies of the planets, taken from NASA's measurements. And the bottom one was Sedna, and that's the Inuit deity of water. So that's very connected to the ocean. So, of course, we're all predominantly water, aren't we? So all of these gongs will actually vibrate every cell, open the membrane around them and allow the toxins out. Just quickly, any gong, any of the gongs and the singing bowls that are with 3 frequencies, a harmonic, a fundamental and an overtone, they will actually take the brain waves down to the delta and the theta state. And that takes you into a state of deep relaxation, or what your body goes into in sleep. So your autoimmune system will actually kick in. So they're very powerful. The body responds, the being responds to them, even if the consciousness doesn't want to. So even if the sort of mind doesn't want to, the body responds. There's a great video on YouTube that we will put up on our website where after 20 minutes of just a gong session with one gong, they've taken blood samples and you can see how the white cells have dispersed and their immune system's actually improved. So it's pretty neat. So,
that's fantastic. There's so much to learn about what you guys do, and an hour seems to be really short. What we're going to do, though, what I'd like to do, if it's okay with both of you, is open up the lines and take 2 callers, because I'm a little greedy and I want to spend a little bit more time asking you some difficult questions. So we'll take 2 callers who have experienced the live gong to call in and share with us what you experienced and how you experienced it. And until the callers come through, Olivia, I'm going to say thank you. Thank you, both of you. That was absolutely beautiful.
Very well.
Honestly, I wasn't sitting in my chair. I was doing some other things, but I felt it resonating through my whole being. To me, it sounded like places that I know I've traveled in the universe. And when you go by certain places, for me out there, it's like if you're going by your favorite donut shop, you're going to smell that. But when you're out there, you're going to feel and that frequency that reminds you of what that area is. And so for me, it was like those frequencies that I recognize when I'm out there. It felt home.
Yeah, we've taken this into schools and done it with all different age groups. And for the bigger kids, like the teenagers, we tell them it's the best trip they can get without bad side effects. We've had some interesting experiences with the kids, and we've taken it to healthcare workers and teachers and like big groups. So there's no age or group that it doesn't have a positive effect with. To be honest, it's a beautiful thing. So.
And it is universal. It goes to whatever you need. People will come, some of them will skip in, and then within minutes, they're releasing something and find themselves physically in tears, and quite the opposite. Some people will come in quite down, suffering with whatever issues, and they will literally skip out. And again, it's not us; it's sounds and frequency going to what the heart of what we are, which is sounds and frequency. So. It's more like sonic homeopathy in lots of ways, because you're treating sounds with sounds. You're treating a frequency. And these gongs, there's lots of people who've been before and had gong sessions around the world. And maybe those that haven't, sounds and frequency has a very physical effect, and it can happen very quickly because the gong frequencies and the overtones, these long sound waves, will physically interact with our brains and very quickly slow our brain frequencies down and bring us into that state that we're in deep relaxation, meditation, or on the edge of sleep. So it's very physical. And that's why we know, lots of people know now about the negative qualities of frequencies of cell phones and everything else that's in our world now. Absolutely. So getting into something natural, somewhere where we feel like we can be and relax, we just encourage everyone to do that, whether you use sounds, whether you crochet, whether you read a book. You just find the time, particularly now And that's why the whole thing about this, the love series, and it sounds a little bit twee, but it's about what we're all about.
Is, though, yeah.
It's about coming together. It's about linking all of our frequencies and coming together, because as we've said before, this conjunction on the 21st is massive. You know, Jupiter and Saturn, first time in 800 years nearly, and the frequencies that are going on have been sort of replicated in an inverted way on our worlds, as we've seen since March, at a time of amazing opportunity for humanity and frequency. So it is time for us all to come together, and you doing this show and people doing like-minded things is exactly what we need right now, Trish. And we do need to elevate our frequency and go to that place. And I hate, you know, again, without sounding too twee from a big 6'1" ball guy, we do need a lot more love in the world.
Should. You know, we did think about, you know, like the series name and stuff, because obviously, you know, sometimes we collaborate with others as well, and they like, you know, the nice strapline, and you know, we meditated on it, and at the end of the day, it's love. That is truthfully the best vibration that's going to harmonise everything. And even on an individual level, if we take ourselves to anything, you know, you mentioned like you smell your favourite donut shop, doesn't matter what it is, if it fills our being with that joy, with that love, that has a profound effect on us. It has a profound effect on ourselves. You know, science can measure it. You know, we tend not to really talk a lot about the science because we're not scientists. You know, we have had training and all the rest of it. But, you know, we want to try and keep it simple to make it accessible. It doesn't matter about a million details. It's like, go to that place of love. It doesn't matter if you've got a gong or a bowl or nothing. It's about we've all got something that can make us joyous. And then, because we are energetic beings, we all know, don't we? We walk into a room and you can tell if there's been an argument, or, you know, people who say, oh, I'm not into all of that. You know, they go, oh, but I just knew that was the house I had to buy, or that was just the car for me. Because they're picking up on the vibe. We say it's in our language, isn't it? I get a bad vibe, I get a good vibe. So it's very natural. So when we're in a good place and we're feeling that love, we're like these great big sunshines, and we just radiate that out, and every single life force everywhere benefits from that, and we can't help but benefit from that ourselves. So that's really why the series is all about the love series, because it's, you know, through collaborations, through sessions, through workshops, through, you know, a million different ways, you know, we're going to help people really tap back into that, to the power that they have as individuals, that we can collaborate together to help.
I love you, Rita.
All life form.
I love you, darling.
And I love you
passion. Your passion, I can so relate, because usually my husband says, hey, you always talk so much because you got so much passion, and you just and it all wants to come out, and I can feel that, and I can respect that. And I love it. And that's why we're going to have you all back again too. But what I'm hearing you both say is, I'm hearing you try to give a bit about the series and a bit about the 21st. So why don't we sum up the 21st as much as we can, and then we'll hit into the series and that beautiful symbol that's on the banner behind you. So, Phil, while Rita takes a breath, would you like to start with the 21st?
I just absorb oxygen through my being. I don't need to stop for breath.
I can so relate. I can so relate. Go ahead, Phil.
Did you want the 21st or the series?
The 21st first, please.
The 21st. We'll be doing another free event at 369 Media. We'll post it on our website and AtlanticGroundControl.com. Kerry and Kerry, Ford and Forbes. And again, linking into all this love series about linking people together, this is what we're doing. Uluru in Australia, Ayers Rock, to give it its anglicised name, we all know and love, the heart centre of the planet. Massive, massive ceremony from a prophecy of the indigenous and the elders of the Aboriginal tribes of Australia, literally for hundreds and thousands of years. They're going to be carrying out a very sacred ceremony at Uluru.
Is there a place we can go to find out more information on that? What is your guys' website?
Yeah, so our website is www.soundbeings.com, SOUNDBEINGS.
Pretty cool. We do have a caller. we have Mike from Sheffield, England. Would you like to take the call, Rita?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, let's do it, Olivia. Thank you.
All right. Mike from Sheffield, England. Mike, you are on with Patricia McNair.
Hi, Trish. It's Mike.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
Sheffield. Hiya. Hello there. Brilliant
Hi,
show.
Mike.
Brilliant. Hello, Rita and Phil. Thank you. That was marvellous. First time I've heard the gongs in such detail, and that they speak and sing. It's almost like whale or dolphin sounds speaking, coming through. A language. I love sound, and also colour works with it as well. It's all vibrations. I mean, as Nikolai Tesla says, everything's energy, frequency, and vibration. So that was ace. I was sitting listening to the gongs there and to the sounds, and really deep frequencies going on there. So just marvellous, and marvellous show, Trish. Lovely, love it. And it's great that I've managed to get through and support the great work that you are all doing here, both Rita and Phil and you, Trish, in order to try and bring people together, and to make things better and greater for us in the moment. Marvellous, that, yes. It's fantastic. The sounds of the gongs, really loved it. First time I experienced it anyway. That was fantastic.
Wow, thanks, Mike. It means a lot. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, it means a lot. Thank you. Thank you so
Well,
much.
that's amazing, Mike. This is the first time you've ever experienced the gongs at all.
Yes, that's the first time I've experienced. Maybe a small experience on one of the media channels, but that was the most detailed and the most gongs going on at the same time, and mixing lots of complex frequencies in there, which just superb, because they just go so deep, the sound, and definitely will influence the body, with it being 98% water or something like that. A lot of water within the body, and the sounds coming from the gongs, but there's a lot more going on there as well, and it speaks at a deeper level than the surface consciousness can maybe come up with in the immediacy of the moment. But really, really fantastic. Yeah.
Well, Rita and Phil, I think you guys need to hire Mike, because I think he just explained great detail. I was trying to find the words. Our caller Mike calls it in. Thank you, Mike. Look forward to sharing with you again. And thanks for calling.
My pleasure. Yes, and all the best. And that was very enjoyable in the moment. Thank you all so much.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you for taking the time to ring in. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Pleasure,
Thank
Mike.
you for joining.
Take care, mate.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Awesome.
All the best. Bye.
And you. Bye,
Have
honey.
a good one.
Bye, honey. Bye-bye.
And thanks, Mike. I love having callers and listeners coming in and putting and sharing. And the good thing is, because we did it live, it was live. It was real. It was authentic. It was there. And so when our listeners watch the replay, they have that experience over and over again. So download it and save it. Then you got it.
It's interesting what Mike said about it going on a much deeper level. One of the things we do say to people, both in private sessions and in groups, is that what we hear is a tiny portion. And I sort of try and give a picture for people and say, think of all the trees in Canada, with all the pine needles and the leaves, and what you're hearing is about 2 pine needles. Because the rest of the frequencies are way beyond our audible range. So, but all those frequencies interact on a very personal level. So it doesn't matter whether anybody can hear anything or not, it works. So, and everybody does have a unique experience. We've done this with 130 odd people in the same space, and they all have a unique trip. So it's pretty amazing, really.
So at soundbeans.com is the website.
Yeah.
I believe that you also have something on Facebook as well where people can contact you.
We do, yeah. We have Sound Beings on Facebook. We're there as well. So on our website, there's a link to the Facebook page. We're in the process of getting a new website designed as well. So the current one's a bit everything's on there, but it's a bit overpowering sometimes with all the pages, so we're making it simpler. But the links,
Rita writes as she talks.
I write as I talk, so I'm changing that process.
You'll see what I mean.
Yeah, we're giving it to somebody else to write, so that'll be much better. Which is cool. Well, the links for the event on the 21st, as Phil said, the Uluru Connection ceremony at 9:02 in the nighttime at PM. So for Nova Scotia, it's 7:32 in the morning. So there's a little meditation and a suggestion how people can participate at exactly the same time. And then our live event for a sound intensive is at the time when the planet's the conjunction is in Nova Scotia. So we're going to start at 2 and it'll go 2 till 3. So the conjunction's around about 2:22, which is kind of a great number for it to happen here. So we'll be gonging, we'll be playing the gongs throughout that period, really. Yeah. So, but if people want to participate at exactly the same time as the ceremony in Uluru, then it's 7:32. And there'll be a little link as well for a time clock. So wherever anybody in the world.
That's 7:32 on the 20th here in Nova Scotia or on the 21st? 21st. Okay, perfect. I needed that for me because, I've shared a story. I won't get into it now of some of the work that my husband and I did physically with Uluru. So I'm really excited to be a part of that, and bringing that frequency back to Nova Scotia, to the Ovens Natural Park, to Blomidon Lookoff, and across the bay. So, that's going to be really exciting. And I think more information can be found on your Facebook page and on your website, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Why don't we move on to the and thanks for sharing that. And I think you'll be hosting a Zoom or something.
Yes, we will. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And then the same thing will be recorded and it'll be available afterwards again for free. Yes. It's going to be up there for a while.
Perfect. Technology works positively when
it works. It's great
with it. Yeah. Let's take a look at that beautiful symbol behind you and let's see. We're still open for one more caller. And let's see what, where to come from and what is it? Let's go.
So this is a cymatic image of the word love spoken by Rita. So this is the physical representation and pictorial form of the word love. And cymatics is about the frequency of everything, essentially, because sound gives shape to our universe. And when you speak through a speaker with a program that has a cymatic program on it, as we've got, it produces this image for the word love. So it's a very physical representation of that emotion, that very deep emotion that governs all of us, essentially.
So how did it come? How did it come forward? How was it brought into form, or how was it visualized or seen and then created physically?
Okay, so there's lots of things on YouTube where there's a guy called Cialdini. If you take a metal plate and sprinkle sand on it or salt and then draw a bow across it, the vibrational frequencies will make shapes, so every note will make.
I've seen that. Yeah, okay, now I know.
So what this was done from was actually a computer program. Nice. And we've actually got it on an iPad that when it will record or take the sound, that the word that you're speaking, or we've actually done some cool stuff with the gongs. So I just spoke the word love. So this is actually a physical representation of the word love with a Scouse accent.
Yeah.
With my accent. Well, we've looked
all you need is love.
All you need is love, as the Beatles would say. So and that's it. So it actually produced, and you can save those. So we actually then just got it transferred to a banner. But it is beautiful if you look at it very closely. It's quite interesting, really, and there's a real you can see the energy with it. It's quite a profound thing. But if anybody gets a metal plate and suspends it and sprinkles some with a violin bow and that,
all right.
I think there's some electronic ones done up with different musical notes and the shapes.
Let's move into the series, the Love series. Tell us a little bit about that, please.
Okay, so
both of you.
I'll talk a little bit. I'll get back to you.
Let him get a word in, yeah.
Okay.
Linking our vibrational elevation, and again, I said it sounded a bit twee, but it's about everything.
Our vibration elevation.
Linking our vibrational elevation.
Linking our vibrational elevation. And that sounds out love. Perfect.
Exactly. And
that's cool.
It sounds a bit twee, but it's what it's all about, Trish. And we had a little chat previously about this. Particularly now, because we have been so physically divided on every level, it's time to come together. And we want to just, apart from everything we're going to offer in the future, and it will be on our new website in the next few weeks, hopefully. It's not really about that and whatever. It's about us. It's about us as individuals. And I just want to let people know that we're so more powerful. You're so more powerful than you'll ever realize. And the frequency of the planet is rising. So is the universe. And we're here to match it because that's what we're here to do. This is who we are. We're these amazing beings in a physical form. And so much has been put on us this year that it's time to do something about it. So by linking in that word, in that first L, that's what we're doing with wonderful people like you, Trish, and people all around the world. And God bless Mike for ringing in.
Yeah, lovely.
Thanks so much for that, mate. That meant a lot. Just linking up and sharing this vibe, which is the love vibe. It's got to be, because that's who we are. And together we'll get through it. So I don't want people, because there's so much going on, through sounds and frequency and meditation, mindfulness, we can do so much with this. Gongs and frequencies help an awful lot because they help to relax us. And then we can let this fly. So that's where the frequency elevation comes in. We'll do all sorts of stuff online. Just go to our website. But I want to emphasize it's about you guys. It's about us as a species, as divine beings, if you will. And this is our time. Sorry.
Yeah. We have to be reminded that it is about everyone, oneness, collective. You know what? Time has run out. What an amazing show. Hopefully I can ask you to come back again. And spend time with Divine Guidance. And look forward to that. And any house of Transformational Talk Radio, these are amazing guests to have. And time will run out fast because there's so much amazing beauty and soul and vibration with these two. Rita and Phil, heartfelt thank you and gratitude for being here with us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tricia. We're honoured. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And for everybody that's listened and joined in, and special thanks to Mike for phoning in too. So
just be happy and be sound, people, because that's who we are.
Be love, get out of fear, just be love. Trust me, it works.
And thank you to the listeners, and we will see you next time on Divine Guidance with Patricia. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to Divine Guidance with Patricia on TransformationTalkRadio.com with me, Patricia McNair. Tune in next time to explore more challenges that can help you achieve your whole being. I know we are all capable of truly being whole, and with a little empowerment, anyone can access an entire universe of knowing that is just waiting to be explored. For more information about me and my services, visit divineguidance.earth. That's divineguidance.earth. See you next time, where together we focus on solutions for the whole being.
Views expressed on this program are those of the host, guests, and callers, and do not necessarily reflect the views of the station, its management, or advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.